Hello there, how are you keeping? So, you've joined me here in the Arctic winter in out of Aura course. Today, I'm in the D11 Dozer here, and we have some work to do at the far side of this tunnel. I want to get my road network connected to each end of this, so we're going to get a little bit of infrastructure going at the far side here too, and we're going to look towards expanding to the west there. I've identified a little hill out there. Well, it's not little, but eventually I want to get a road out there, and I want to look at dismantling that whole hill. We'll continue to work towards the summit of this mountain here as well. As soon as we reach level 45 there, we've an upgraded loader on its way to us. So, it's a little bit dark out here today, but that's okay. A little bit of light snow. Should be no issue for this Dozer. So you can see in the distance there on the left, that is the original base where the warehouse and everything is, so I want to connect down to the road in that direction. So let's get ourselves a path cleared out here with the D11. Alright, so let's take it pretty gently here. I don't want to dig any huge holes or anything like that. So we'll try our best to make this work. Let's get ourselves realigned here. Get that bucket just scraping this top layer of ice. Trying to create a little turn to the left here. Need to dig down slightly more there. Okay, we can come back there for another pass. It's fairly smooth. But as you can see, we're just scraping this top layer of ice. We'll get the roller out here, get it nice and smooth, followed by the paving machine, of course. Now there's a pretty large hill in front of us here that I don't want to completely avoid it. However, I want to kind of get around to the outside of it there in the direction that we're heading here. This Dozer is just making quick work of the ice. No problem for it whatsoever. One of the better machines I have used in the game so far, this D11. Most definitely worth the money. We're starting to approach the hill ahead here. Going to be interesting. Okay, starting to climb. The crest of this hill here may be the issue. You can see our existing road down there. That's where I'm looking to connect with. Kind of a big valley ahead of us here. So let's raise that bucket, straighten it out a little bit. So I just want to kind of take off a slight bit off the crest of this hill, but without digging a huge hole, preferably. And that should do nicely there. We can get those tracks over the top of this so we can get our angle down. We got really, it's a bit more vertical than I was thinking it was going to be down this side. Oh. Alrighty, let's go back for a second pass there. If I can get this machine to back up this hill. Okay, so let's adjust that bucket there. That should do. There we go. Now we're nicely cutting a path over to this road. See, and we're not a million miles away from it. We're just kind of sliding to the side there. That's not ideal. We'll have to put ourselves a little bends there. Oh, sliding, sliding, sliding. Come on, dig in. One thing that I haven't actually looked into is we can get chain tires for our tire vehicles. I'm wondering if I can upgrade this one somehow. I'll have to look into that here now once we get to this road. Alright, let's kind of smooth out here so I can create myself a little junction there. And that will do. Let's jump into our store here and see if we can in fact upgrade those tracks. Track, aggressive track. And we have so many options here. So aim is medium, large is large, I guess you would assume so, right? Let's go ahead and buy 2 of these here and see if we can't change them out. So yes, we have medium tracks on it. Let's go ahead there and see what the difference in this is. There's a large track. Yeah, it is bigger, that is for sure. Well, it has to be bigger, right? It is the next size up. I wonder if that would make this slightly easier. Okay, I'm somehow managed to get caught up in the middle of my vehicle there. Not quite sure how that happened, but okay. We can get back over there now momentarily. Oops. Okay, that's I do need actually this vehicle there pretty soon here, so let's get this moved over to where I wanted it. Let's get the lights on there. It's pretty dark out here at the moment, unfortunately. So my Dozer is up there floating in the sky somewhere at the moment. There you can see the little pass that we have kind of scraped through to the far side of that mountain there. Alright, let's get this truck in position. We're gonna use this. I didn't actually intend to do any paving in this episode here, but it did not take long to scrape a path there with the Dozer. So we may in fact break out the paving machine. I just need to run up along that path there and see how smooth it is. So let's go ahead and rescue our Dozer there, the D11. Where are you? There you go. We can go ahead and park that up actually. So much crap in my inventory these days. So the D11, let's just drop you there for now. Let's get back over to this path. Actually, what I will need here is my roller. My roller is over here parked up, I do believe. There she is. I'll get the lights on there so we can see a little bit. And yeah, I was thinking about using the grader on this path, but let's go ahead here and see how decent we can smooth this out with the roller. We've had no issues kind of so far really at laying out this road. It's not beautiful, it's not too good, but it's doing for what I need it. And the road network has kind of expanded there pretty decently so far. So we'll see in another 50 to 100 episodes how much of this map is laid out with tarmac here. Alrighty, so let's get that vibro turned on and get ourselves prepared for the paver. Now I don't want to go too close to the edges here, as it kind of creates a little bit of a problem when I'm coming through with the paver, creating a big lip on the side there. I will have to do another pass more towards the other side as I'm coming back down. Not sure if the paver will make it up this hill here, but I can always come from the other side. Actually, I would say it's pretty much guaranteed that there isn't a chance in hell the paver is getting up this. We're even having a little bit of trouble here with the roller, I would say. But the D11 did a good job there. I don't think there's too much preparation work to go into this. We can just pave over it once we have it smoothened out here. It's a pretty clean cut there with the blade on that machine. And as you can see there, what I was talking about, it's kind of creating a big lip here on the side. You know, the paver won't be able to get over that. Now, can I get up to the crest of this hill is the question. We're struggling. Just keep it going straight and we should be okay. Alrighty. That's nice and flat there. Good surface for a bit of asphalt. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in my loader up there and work a little bit more towards ramping up the side of this mountain here. Get myself a couple of full truckloads, rack truck I should say, loads. It's a bit of a different texture there. Let's actually jump out there and see what we have. So dirt, let's get myself in first person there. That's not dirt, surely. That is something else, no? It's aluminium. Bit of aluminium there. And that's just dirt. Just a little slither, not enough, I think, to come out here and dig it out. Now, of course, I need to turn this roller and come back down on the opposite side of this path that we've carved out. But I think I will do that before, or well, do that in my own time kind of thing. We all know how the roller works at this stage. It's doing what it does there, smoothing things out. A bit of a hill there, but that's okay, we're nicely smooth again. And we can get that vibro turned off. Let's see if we can get this turned around here. Get myself set up to pass back down. Oh. Don't fall, please. Alrighty, let's get myself lined up there, and that will do nicely. So let's jump into our loader here and work our little way more up the side of this mountain. I think it's more of a mountain than a hill personally. This may be the last session we have in this particular loader. I am looking forward to getting the next one there. Try and get a couple of lower ones here to start us out, get us warmed up. Okay, and we're really struggling there. Wow, come on. Okay, get those hydraulics to do the work there. There we go. Nice easy scoops of the pay dirt. Seems we may have a bit of a solid rock on the right side there ahead of us. That's no problem. I'll never say no to mining some gravel. It is lucrative, that is for sure. Just angle those teeth into the ground there. There we go. Get the lights on in this machine as well, why not? Doesn't seem to be so dark now, but sometimes it's hard to judge it once my eyes get used to it. Oop, all up in the back of that truck there. Unintentional, but it worked out to my advantage. Alright, let's try and it's just dragging me to the side there. I don't know why. Okay. Get the bucket to do most of the work. We've no forward momentum really. And some stage pretty soon here I need to look at getting a platform set up on this ramp I'm building for the rock truck here, just to make things a bit more efficient. But for right now I think it is serving its purpose down here. It's not a million miles away. Could be a little bit closer though. Come on. There we go. And we're just bouncing there. Let's try and readjust the bucket. Get ourselves a full scoop. There we go. I think we've got one more bucket on here then. And go and empty her out. And surprisingly, it's not much overloaded there. The graphic is so deceiving. You would imagine that is like incredibly overloaded, but apparently not. Let's get the lights on in this machine as well. You can see in the far distance there the path that we just cleared out. Get up, there we are. Alrighty, let's clear out the left here a little bit. Okay, let's get those T's turned down, which never works in this machine, so I'm not really quite sure why I keep doing it. This doesn't have the power to kind of scrape the bucket along the ground there. That's alright. I feel like we didn't get a whole lot of use out of this loader. We did decent with this. Did decent, but for the price tag, I'm not sure it's worth it. Might be. I'm sorry, excuse me. It may actually be more efficient to use the L11 in many situations compared to this one. It has the nice capacity on the bucket, of course, but it just goes so slowly for jobs like this. It's like by the time we even get up here, we're going to be virtually at a standstill. Let's going to be getting into a little bit of gravel here soon again. I'm wondering if I can recycle these chained tires for my next vehicle. They weren't so expensive, but it might be an idea. Alright, we'll take a couple of higher ones. Get this roof kind of cleared out a little bit here. I'm gonna have to do a whole lot of blasting with my drainites to take the side off this hill here. We can continue with the higher ones, why not? Bit of a floater there, took a small chunk out of it. There we go. Exactly what I was looking for. I think we'll go ahead and get one more bucket into the back of this rock truck and call it a day there. Let's try and scrape a little bit of this solid rock if we can. Come on, get up there. Okay, good. We're kind of just taking the edge off it there. Lift that bucket and get the bucket to do the rest of the work. Okay, go ahead and lower it. This is not ideal. Oh. Fully out of control there. Alrighty, let's run up to our ramp here and do a little bit of tidying up. See if we can't lay down some more pieces here, and we may also do a little bit of blasting there just to clean things up a bit. So there we are. Okay, can we get you in there? We can. Back to the start then. We have to get ourselves on grids there. Good. Oops. So not a whole lot of progress here with the ramp up the hill today, but we did make a nice progress there with that bulldozer cutting out our next path. Yeah, so let's get ourselves on snap build here for some drainite blasting. Try and get all along the edge here, and even some more. There we go. That's going to be nice. Okay, so get rid of as much of that overhang as I can. Can I get this floater here? There we go. Just about. Continue to work back this edge. There's a tiny little speckle there. Can I get you? Okay, we actually managed to get it. Got lucky there. Spam clicking. Okay, let's get rid of a bunch of this overhang here. Don't think I'm reaching that in my bucket anytime soon. Okay, we can go ahead and blast. There we go, and you can kind of see my goal here to have the sunlight shining in on my ramp here to keep the ice off it the best as possible. And I can't get that little floater, just does not want to play ball. It's alright, it's pretty high up there. Maybe if I can get one in here close to it. Can't quite jump that high. Here perhaps. Alright, let's try it. It's still there unfortunately, but that's okay, that's cleaned up nicely there. Enough blasting for one day. Actually, this is kind of annoying here. It's encroaching onto the beautiful ramp that I laid down. So let's go ahead and get rid of that real quick. And missed a bit, of course, but that's alright. Can go ahead and throw down a few more up this way. It's all got to go eventually. And a few more in around here. There we go. Okay, beautiful. I think that's where I'm going to leave this one for today. Let me dump off my last load here. And then I think I'm going to jump back into my roller there and get that press prepared for the next time we play. I'm probably going to break out the paving machine there, as well as the truck I've designated for the asphalt, which we pulled up down at the asphalt plant there. Or not the plant, but the hopper we've set up for that particular job. So cheers for watching, I do appreciate that. All the best to you.